So we just got out of the show, and here's the thing about traveling with a disability after leaving a concert. As you can kind of see. You all right?
Mm-hmm.
How was the trip?
Long.
Long. You still hungry?
No.
No. Damien's laying on the bed, playing on his phone. We made it to the hotel.
Yep. This is the Spring Hill Suites by Marriott.
Spring Hill Suites by Marriott.
Neck pop.
I did hear your neck pop.
Getting old sucks.
So we're in what's, I guess, uptown, downtown.
The heart of Charlotte.
Yeah, this is it's the middle of downtown. What
is it? The Spectrum Center?
Yeah.
That we're going to?
Same place where the Charlotte Hornets play basketball. Yeah. So that's where the concert is tonight. So it's literally across. I mean, we're going to walk out the front door of the hotel, walk across a 2-lane road, and then we'll be at Spectrum Center. So it's very convenient. It's pretty upscale, so it's kind of, pricey, but
we stayed here.
Kind of pay for that.
We stayed here when we went to another concert. I don't know if I'm allowed to say any names or anything.
No, you can. I mean, it don't matter. You remember who it was?
Blink 182.
Blink 182.
And
the reunion tour.
Yeah, we stayed here with the other child, Jesse. And it was just so much easier to pop in, valet park the car, come right in, get in the room, and not have to deal with any of the other MISC stuff. So.
Yeah.
And then when you leave the concert, everybody's trying to get in a car and leave, and the roads are shut down through here.
There's a lot of one-way streets in downtown Charlotte too.
So it's just easier to walk right across the street, walk into the hotel, jump in the elevator with some friends, and come on up.
Yep. Well, there's a lot of parking garages, and there's several hotels in the area.
I'm looking at the DoubleTree by Hilton right across.
Yeah, it's
us.
literally right out the window. We're on the 15th floor, and so we've got the Hilton. Technically, it's one block over. And I think there's a Holiday Inn right next to it. Because we
had looked at that one because we've never stayed anywhere but here.
The main reason we chose the Spring Hill Suites was because when you had your external fixator on your foot, at the time we got the tickets, we were expecting a longer period of time for you to have that on. But they removed it before the concert, so that kind of lucked out. But
yeah, I had the boot still, and I was still in a wheelchair.
Yep, you had the, no, for the concert, yes. Because they got rid of the, or no, you weren't in a wheelchair for that concert.
No, it wasn't. I was just in handicap.
Right.
It's just easier to sit in handicap when you have like bags.
Originally, you were gonna
bags galore.
Yeah, you were going to be in the wheelchair still, and that because we were trying to figure out how far we were going to have to push you.
We wanted to be close,
right? And so
you don't want to be pushing somebody and.
You got the trains and everything running downtown. I mean, it is what it is. It's just things that we have to prepare for when we plan our trips because it's all the small things you don't think about, especially if you're newly disabled or you're newly, you have an issue or something. There's a lot of things that people don't think of. And over the last several years, it's things that we have to think of. So that's kind of the intent with, sharing all your stuff.
Yeah.
So
it's been a learning curve.
It's been a huge learning curve.
And it just keeps getting better and better.
Every day we learn something different. We have to change how we plan stuff.
My health changes from day to day.
Just about.
I just met, Wednesday, I was at the doctor's office, and now we're working on a new set of issues. They're the same issues I've had since 2019. Right. They have just gotten progressively worse since then. So now it's, just trying to deal with that. So every day I wake up is a blessing, and we just go from there.
Keep going forward.
Yep. I think you wanted to talk about the Scout bags.
Yeah, because that was something we brought up when we were driving, and it's kind of hard to show it. So
this is my Scout bag. And the one that I use is the, let me make sure I can see it.
Yeah, let's see.
And here's the back side of it. And it's got 4 pockets on the outside, so I don't carry a pocketbook anymore. My wallet.
See if I can adjust the camera a little bit. There you go.
Okay. My wallet sits in here. I have my wallet. And then I have a pocket here and a bigger pocket here and another pocket here. And of course, as you can see, this pocket's big enough for a drink, and this one holds my iPad and my phone. So it's like having a pocketbook without it. And then on the inside in here, I have some washcloths, just some plain terry towels that we got in bulk. And then I have my barred urine bag that has bowel in it, so I'm not going to show any of that. But that's the Scout bag, and it's made out of
it's almost like a tarp.
You like the tarp material?
Yeah.
So I have literally done it because sometimes these bowel bags or urine bags will leak.
Yeah.
And I'll stand up and stuff will just rush all over. And I have washable bed pads on my bed and on the floor just in case something spills around the bed at home. And I'll pick it up and it'll leak on the bed or on them pads on the floor. And I'll just take it in and I'll empty out all the pockets and I'll turn the shower head on and I'll get, it rinsed out, and then I'll get some like disinfectant soap and I'll scrub it all down and I'll rinse it out and I flip it upside down and leave it in the shower and it dries. But it's just, this tarp material. And when I bought it expressly because it has the pockets. And this way I can put my phone and, iPad and my wallet and stuff in here because, my regular book bag that I carry on my back.
This bag is heavy. Yeah.
I have never weighed it. Maybe that's something I'll do the next time we talk. I'll set it on the scale at home and see how much it truly weighs.
And you have a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, but it's basically got the same thing on the inside where it's got the little clip that you can hang a bladder, one of those.
Yeah, like the hydration bladder packs for hiking.
Yeah. And see, on a typical TPN bag, they have the hanger for, they hang on the IV pole, so I can hang it from there. Mm-hmm. But, when you have a huge, bag that's got 2,400 in it, that on its own is heavy. And then I have the pump in there that's running too. And then on the inside, like I said, I have all the stuff in here to change my ostomy if I need to.
Most importantly, there's chewing gum.
Yeah, there's chewing gum in here. I have gauze pads and stuff like that.
Just kind of your basic.
I have flushes and batteries.
Extra supplies, really, yeah.
And all of that. So, but like we've said before, I carry a little thing that lets them know my EpiPen's in here, and I carry this so that they know that, it's got medical equipment.
And that's actually just a regular luggage tag.
Yep. And then I have
This is the metal one we had made. And it's laser engraved. This thing is super nice. I don't remember how much we paid for it, but it was on Amazon. And we'll try to link to everything in the description.
In my middle one, I tend to forget that there is a middle one because I don't really use it. But I have I have a portable charger and cord just in case my phone were to die. But I also have an umbrella. A lot of places won't let you carry a full umbrella in there. They may let you carry a mini one. We've gone to some concerts where they've told me no umbrella, and I've had to stop and explain, that I have a line that cannot get wet, and I just need this in case it starts raining long enough for me to get somewhere dry so that my line don't get wet and my bag don't get wet.
We've gone to concerts at what's it called now? Coastal Carolina Amphitheater. It used to be Hardy's Walnut Creek.
Red Hat was the one that told us I couldn't bring
Red Hat, downtown Raleigh, Red Hat Amphitheater was the only one that really gave us the most grief. But thankfully enough, they kind of spoke with their supervisors and they spoke with their boss, and eventually we were let in with no issue. There's some little, bickering back and forth, and I understand why, but at the same time, it's not like a poncho that she can just throw on and kind of cover up. Ponchos, with her having the TPN lines, they tend to interfere, and there becomes more of a risk of when you try to get tangled in it, it can rip it out. So it's just things like that you got to kind of reconsider. It's
like really hard, and today is a really bad day. Just to have the issues that I have. It is, it was 17 degrees.
Yeah, it was cold today.
And because I'm hooked up down on the floor, like I showed with the urine bag, that whole cord system runs up and attaches to my ostomy. Mm-hmm. I can't wear pants because I can't run the cord up there. Can't wear sweatpants, can't wear any form of pants. Wearing skirts are hard because they're 2-piece and you have to unhook in order to get the skirt on over it. Whereas a dress, I can just go from top. Skirts you can't. So
yeah, it kind of in your case it limits.
It's very limited on what I can and can't wear. So like I said, 17 degrees outside. My legs are cold. I have some knee highs that are made out of what is that? They're made like yarn.
It's almost like a yarn. They're not quite wool, but it simulates wool.
And I have them. I have them, and they go like mid thigh. But once you put them on and they get stretched, they don't want to stay up. So they almost look like leg warmers. They remind me of the 70s leg warmers now because they slide down my legs. So I mean, it's very hard, and I have to anytime you see me out and about or just even on these videos, you'll know that I wear V-necks, and that's just because of the line issues that I have. I can't
stretch your crew necks out.
Yeah, I can't because it pulls it up and it rips my bandage.
It starts making it come off,
and I can't lose the bandage, obviously. So I mean, it's hard. Everything's limited, but I make do, and I mean, I'm not about to say life is so horrible that I can't figure it out, but it makes it hard when it's so cold out.
You remember that year we went to Boone in the winter?
That was last year.
It was year before last, yeah.
When I had the external fixator still.
Right. And in Boone, that night, we went to Tweetsie Railroad.
It was in December of 2021. 2.
Yes, 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they took it off in January of 23. And it was like 8 degrees outside that night. Mm-hmm. You couldn't wear a sock on that leg. Mm-hmm. You couldn't.
It was metal, straight.
Yeah, because you had all the metal
screws and everything.
The stainless steel rods. Mm-hmm. All the external fixation. I mean, it was. I'll try to put pictures up too if I remember, but it was freaking miserable for you because you were bundled up like a burrito.
But I couldn't get anywhere because the metal kept.
It was like a conductor, yeah. It would just freeze and spray.
And I even went so far as to wrap a scarf through it.
We did try that. we had tried to. So I have a lot of Ryobi power tools, and I had bought an adapter that plugs into the battery, and you could actually plug like a house outlet into it. It's like a converter, a power inverter. And the goal was for her to use like a throw blanket, plug it into the battery, and it would last long enough to be a heated blanket while we're pushing around as a mobile heater for her. That way she's got her coat on or beanie and all that stuff, and still have both of her legs covered up with a heated blanket. And I don't remember what happened. I think the adapter broke or something.
The heated blanket overheated.
That's right.
Remember,
it started making a funny smell.
It wasn't. I thought it was fixing to burn out, and it did.
Yes, it did. And so you had a blanket with no way of heating it.
Yeah, and we were sitting there and we were like, gosh, I kind of wish that somebody would create, a car blanket or something, because we were doing this in the car to see if it would work. And I was in the back seat, and then we came all the way home and got to looking and found out that car heated blankets are a thing.
Yeah.
And so now
at the time we didn't know.
Yeah. So now I bought one.
We bought 2. We bought a backup just in case.
I bought one. And then I got the other one last year on clearance when Christmas was done.
That's right.
And so I bought the second one, and it's underneath the bed at home in case the one in the car doesn't work. But it's just, I mean, all of this is hard stuff. But we also carry an electronics bag that has like all of our power cords and stuff on it. All of this stuff, is able to be bought on Amazon.
And it's funny too, because all it is a repurposed, like a men's shavers bag. So typically there's small shaving bags that you see a lot of the like men's shaving kits. We just repurpose that.
And then,
this is basically a jumbo size version of it.
Yeah, it's just got
same concept. It's got all our toiletries and whatnot.
Yep.
That we carry in that.
And then I showed you the small Scout bag. Well, when I bought
now,
it,
which model do you have? Which is the small one?
I used the Uptown Girl. The one I accidentally bought is the BJ bag.
Somebody outside making noise.
This is the BJ bag. And as you can tell, it's identical to the Scout bag or my small Scout bag as far as it has the 4 pockets on it, but it is like 3 times the size.
So it's been given steroids is what you're saying.
Yeah. So like
you got it? Here, give me the other one, I'll hold it.
Large bag.
All right, so this is the large one.
Huge difference.
The bottom of them have a different material. It's not the same kind of tarp stuff. It's like a textured hard bottom. I'm sure you guys can hear that. So it acts as an actual base plate to set it on, so it's not going to rip or tear or anything as if the sides were.
They're very sturdy.
Yeah, now they have some that are bigger than this. I would say it's probably about yay big and a little bit taller, and it's a lot wider. It's almost 2 of these wide.
And they fold up.
They fold up, but that's what we use actually for our groceries.
It says they can hold up to 70 pounds.
Yeah, and these things are awesome. So we shop at like Costco, BJ's, all the wholesale places a lot. And so some of them you don't
get a bag.
Yeah, you don't get a bag. You have to bring your own. And so we ended up getting those on sale.
No.
And I think we got about 5 now, 4, 6, something like that. Well, I know we have at least 4.
Well, and like I said, I just ordered because Christmas is over. And so their winter stuff is done. They're fixing to bring out their spring and summer. So I just ordered a bunch of the Uptown Girl bags on clearance. So that I would have them for...
Damien's in the bed and he's over here texting
me. Yeah, for this next year. So, I mean, there's all of that. But, in this... in the bag, I brought just, the basic, a 1-day supply of everything. And like I said, I also have, my... Here, just so you can see, my regular stuff in my bag in case I need it. But, I mean, that's it as far as what we brought. Other than our cooler, we have an Arctic cooler.
Yeah, we do have one. Yeah. I don't have a way to link that. I could find one.
Yeah, and show it. We have a small Arctic cooler. My dad got it for...
Kind of retired, didn't he?
For retiring. Yep. Yeah. And
that's nice.
He didn't want it because he had a couple of them already. It was something they gave out as like an award thing several years in a row. So
they're really nice.
Yeah, he gave us that one, and it's big enough that I can put my large bag in there. Mm-hmm. And I've actually got a 2-liter of soda, and then I've got like a couple of waters, and I think some of your sodas in there.
Yeah, we love it. We put it in our road trip. We put it. So the TPN, when we get it in the mail, because they courier it down from the hospital from Duke, and so we keep some of the freezer packs because they're already frozen. And so we just, throw them on the shelf, let them defrost. And before a trip, we'll throw a couple of them in the freezer. They're about the size of a sandwich, a little bit larger than that. So you can pack a couple in there. And it's a great cooler to have if you're traveling on the road because you can keep all your drinks in it, medicine in it all at the same time. Mm-hmm. And so we really enjoy it.
Well, and the freezer packs, because I get a shipment every Thursday. And because I get like at least 6.
They put like 3 or 4 in a box. Yeah.
Yeah.
You usually get 2 boxes.
Right. So when we come on a trip like this, instead of throwing them out at home, I'll throw a couple in the freezer. Or even we've left some days right after.
We've left them on the cruise too.
Well, I mean, right after they've delivered to us, we've walked out the door and left. Yeah. And when we do that, we'll just leave it the way it is. And then we'll leave them, in the trash somewhere else rather than at the house. But I don't have to worry about bringing them home with me.
No.
So it's not like I'm bringing extras. And usually, like when we took our cruise and we take a 5 or 7 day cruise, by the time I empty that whole luggage thing that we showed you on the first video. Well, no, we didn't show you.
We didn't show the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think some of the footage got lost.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's at home.
We'll do another one.
It's our waterproof case, and I put everything in it, or even in the book bag that I showed. When everything's emptied out of that, we can actually put that in the TPN container when it's empty and actually use it to bring souvenirs and stuff home because we've used most of the stuff in there. So
we try not to overpack just because of how much is involved, but it's kind of hard to at the same time because you never know medically what's going to happen. Yeah. So like I know in one of the videos I showed like our first aid kit, you know, I mean, we have your typical, your constipation stuff, your Rolaids and Tums and all that, but we've also got, you know, bandages. We've got first aid kit stuff in there. We've got, I think there's a butterfly kit. There's a stitches kit, stitch remover, staple remover.
There's any kind of medicine that you can think of.
Tylenol, asprin, Advil,
Tums.
There's Dramamine. Yeah, I mean, we carry a miniature pharmacy, legal pharmacy, just because everything at sea is more expensive. The ships kind of can control the market, you know, because they're the only ones that can provide it to you. So we bring all of that just to make it easier on us. And we do the same thing when we come here in our small toiletries bag. We have, you know, little bags that have all the same stuff. It just makes it easier.
I found that, like, I think we went to Southport and we were walking the beach, and there were some little kids out there, and a little boy fell on the oysters.
Yeah, I remember they cut his hands all up.
And he cut his hands and knees and everything all up. And they were trying to get him cleaned up and calm down. And, you know, I just so happened to have, you know, the
Becke went in a mama bear mode.
Yeah, I had saline flushes.
Yeah.
And I was able to, you know, open them up and rinse out his legs. Out.
Yeah, you had Neosporin, you had gauze, you had candy for him and his little sister. And the mother was just like, oh my God, you know, thank you so much, because...
And I had these huge Band-Aids.
Yeah, and she was just in a panic. She didn't know what to really do.
Yep, and I got them all cleaned up and got him stopped. And put the Band-Aids on him, and he had stopped crying, and she carried him to the car, and off they went. But I mean, he had cut himself.
Yeah, he was
like
bad.
Sliced. He had like
he was probably
all over his hands and feet, and he was maybe 3 years old.
Yeah, I was gonna say he wasn't very old, but yeah, you could tell he went down
like
and
that.
Naturally, just, you know, you want to put your hands down. So.
But his knees had already hit, and so his hands did too, and he was cut all over.
No, that's all good though. Took care of him, got him taken care of, and so when you got home, you just refill your supplies and keep going.
I do, because you never know when you're going to need something.
Ain't that the truth?
Yep.
Well, I think we're going to go for now. We're probably going to maybe walk around or hang out or who knows what. So, anyways.
He'll put some extra footage in here so you can see what our day was like.
We'll try to get some B-roll footage and stuff like that. And, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Ciao for now.
Ciao for now. Is that your new saying?
I don't know. We ain't got a tagline, so.
We'll see you guys in the next one. I got it working.
Good for you.
I gotta figure out how to use this little microphone. Hopefully the audio is better.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm. So, I tried to film us coming out of the stadium or the arena. Yeah, turn the TV down. Mute. So I tried to film us coming out. You were like power walking. You were on a freaking mission.
I was.
And I'm gonna show the footage anyways, but the gimbal started messing up. And so I just stuffed it in my pocket. And I think it recorded the whole trip up the elevator and everything. But anyways, we had to leave with the quickness, like the police was on us, right? Didn't we?
We did.
The 5-0.
And why did we have to leave so quick?
Because I guess I jinxed myself doing the video earlier when I was talking about, bag leaks happen and yada, yada, yada. And I was sitting there in the middle of the concert and all of a sudden everything was wet. And I was like, what in the world? And I was like, I know I didn't tinkle on myself. And so I looked and my bag ripped off the top of it. So instead of sitting flat on me, the whole top of it was open and it was spewing bowel everywhere.
Yep.
So I was soaking wet, and it just stresses a person out and frustrates you. And so we were sitting there, and you said, am I ready to go? And I was like, yeah, because I'm soaking wet in bowel.
Of course, I'm watching the stage trying to see if they're going to do an encore or not.
No, they took a bow. They were done. They threw their sticks and everything. They were done.
You were ready to go.
And I was ready to go because...
You were on a mission.
Well, I'm yeah.
I know.
I mean, bowel burns.
I know. It messes up your skin, and then the thing, like you said a minute ago, is that you didn't bring any of the hot packs.
No,
nope,
because I didn't think about it.
Right. We totally oblivious.
I mean, I brought extra bags and extra base plates and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I meant to grab the heating pad because I usually use it for my feet anyway when we come in a hotel room, because you stay hot and I stay cold. And if I put it on my feet, then I'm warm enough that I can sleep. Mm-hmm. And we walked right on out the door, and I left it sitting there.
Well, it's currently 68 in the room. And it's like 28 outside. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely warm enough in here.
I haven't changed it. That's what it was when we came in.
I know. You got your flannels on. You're already toasty warm. You're under some blankets. Yeah, you got an extra blanket out in the closet too, I see.
Yeah.
I see that.
But yeah, I mean, it's just frustrating. It's the downside. The one thing that I hate. I hate, being somewhere and having, my bag leak or something like that because, I mean, we're talking about bowel. I mean, poop. I have poop all over me. I have poop all over my clothes. I had poop all over my underwear.
The difference that you have versus a lot of other people with an ostomy is yours is in your duodenum, right?
Jejunum.
I'm sorry, the jejunum. And duodenum is after that, and then it's the ileum, which is typically why it's called an ileostomy. But you have 23 centimeters? I think it's 20. 20, 23. You have such small bowel, so you do have small bowel syndrome. Mm-hmm. But yours is extremely high output, so it's dominantly liquid.
Right.
And that's...
acid.
Right. Mostly why you have to use the urine bags, just because it is mostly liquid. I mean, it comes out in solid chunks. Like if you eat a burger, obviously, and you're not supposed to eat red meat, but I know you sneak in a little bit here and there. The chicken comes out whole, turkey, yeah, it all comes out as you break it.
No, I was moving, sorry.
Wait.
Well, that sucked. But either way.
Okay, now we're back since Becky decided to throw the freaking...
It's going to move again.
The gimbal. All right, I guess I'm going to hold it.
Anyway, I think anything I eat within like 15 minutes comes out because I have nothing to really hold it in.
Right.
I take a shot that does try to help hold my food in, but so I can get some, nutrients and calories and stuff.
We'll talk about all that in another episode.
Well, no, but I mean, I'm just, I don't know.
You're just frustrated.
I'm very frustrated right now. I know you are. And I mean, it's my skin is burning. It's very hard to get it clean when you don't have everything that you need. It's not the same as being at home.
Right.
I changed my bag early in the morning because as soon as I put something in my mouth, it wakes up and it's ready to go for the day. So with it being 11:30, 12 o'clock at night or early in the morning, it's like 11:30 right now. So it being 11 o'clock, my body is moving. It's not slowing down. And, normally it slows down, between probably 1 and 6 because my stomach empties and then I'm done. And so I have no like solid stuff that comes out. And I'm able to get up in the morning, jump in the shower, clean up, and it doesn't do anything. But because it leaked through, now my skin is burned. It's like macerated feeling. It's real raw. And I mean, that just makes it painful. I'm almost in tears talking about it. I mean, it hurts. It hurts really bad. And the fact that I'm not like in my own setting, makes it very uncomfortable. You know, I'm in somebody else's bed, so I am on a bed pad, but I mean, it's still moving and spitting. And I mean, I had to have you bring me extra washcloths because it's awake and it's wanting to remove food, but trying to get it to set up so that it doesn't leak anything underneath, because all it takes is just a little spot to not seal perfectly and it'll leak up underneath, and then my skin's going to burn all night long. And I'm not at home where I can jump in the shower. I can't jump in the shower here because the shower doesn't have a shower stool and it doesn't have all the stuff that I need for a shower. So, I'm using potty pads, the butt wipes. I can't think of anything else to call them.
Flushable wipes.
Yeah. Well, I'm using them to clean up around it and clean me off. I'm using a hot washcloth to clean the rest of the bowel off of me. I mean, it's uncomfortable. And then to know that, tomorrow I can't get up in the morning and shower and set my bag.
Yeah, because we got at least 2.5 hours to get home.
Mm-hmm. And then when we get home, I'll have already been hooked up and everything, so I can't get in the shower then.
Yeah, TPN will be flowing.
Yep, so I have to hope that this bag doesn't leak, or I'm going to be in the same situation tomorrow night with it leaking up underneath and burning my skin. And by the time I get the opportunity to take my shower, because I shower every other day, by the time I get the opportunity to shower, my skin's going to be so raw that trying to put a new bag on is going to hurt. It's going to be painful to even get one on.
Yep. Take a deep breath. You want to reset?
No, I just am frustrated.
I know you are. But Damien's here. He's over there, so you can beat on him if you want. As he closes that little divider.
Watch out, because I have my jewelry and stuff sitting up there.
Over there messing stuff up. Damien, how was the concert? Did you have a good time?
Good, I have fun.
Good, babe.
Really lovely actually hearing them in person.
Outside of your bag leak, how was the concert? I can answer for you. I didn't know any of them songs they played tonight but one.
Nope. I went for you.
I know you did. I had a great time. It was a good time.
People watching.
Yep. So, anyways, I guess we will cut it here and we'll let you unwind for the night and get some tears out or something. Yeah, you want a candy bar? I'm gonna go get you something.
Mm-mm.
All right.
When my skin's burning like this, I don't even want to put anything in my mouth. I'm dying of thirst, but I know if I take a drink, it'll leak underneath. So.
Okay. And on that note, we're gonna head out.
Well, let's have a pity party.
Well, if you want to have a pity party, we can do that too. You want to have a pity party? It's my pity party.
Nope, that's not me. You know that.
Cry if I want to. Come on, dude. Sing it. You know the words. Songs in real life, right?
It's not pity party. It's my party. And I'll
No.
cry if I want to.
It is your pity party. Let's get this right here.
Nope.
Yep. Anyways, all right. So on that note, just kind of goes to show firsthand what we have to go through. Poor Becky had a bag leak. Kind of ruined the last little bit of the show. So we had to come back and deal with it, which isn't a big deal, but we did kind of look some stuff and forgot to bring something to heat the seal. So looks like it's going to be a rough day or two.
We'll make it through. We always do.
I don't know. All right. Well, on that note, thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.